So yesterday I started to work on getting the watermelons in the ground and preparing the beds because they're starting to flower and throw fruit in their cells that I originally planted the seeds in. So that's what I've been doing. I've been trying to get it done before this crazy storm is about to hit right now, and hopefully I'll be able to get it all done this weekend. So here I am with the remaining little seedlings that I really need to get in yet. Actually started some more evening sunflowers. I really want to get more of those out. They're so beautiful from my wedding. And then I still have several more tomatoes that I really need to get out. I don't really need them, this variety. They're beefsteak. Trying to give them away to neighbors, but no one seems to want them because I want to get some paste tomatoes out instead. I got chives I need to get out, and basil and rosemary, but these bad boys absolutely have to get out. These are sugar babies, bush sugar baby watermelons, and you can see they've got flowers on them. They're already starting to vine, and one of them I noticed is starting to set fruit. Let me see if I can show you guys. There it is. You see my little fruit? See the little watermelon is starting to throw fruit. So these got to get in the ground today. Oh, look at my little German chamomile. It's got a little flower coming. I got to repot them too. So it's been kind of crazy. It looked like it was kind of like tornado, and now all of a sudden it's sunny out again and like sprinkling. So I have a feeling it's probably going to be doing this on and off all day. You can see back there, I've got the door open because my son's taking a nap in case he wakes up. But I definitely think I'm going to be able to get these out today. So this is what I'm doing. I still had 2 old tires remaining from my Jeep, and I pretty much didn't want to pay for potting soil, and I don't see a reason to because I have compost and hay and pretty good topsoil here. So a good tip, actually, if you don't want to pay for potting soil, you can like dig it into the ground and remove the bottom part that's underneath the grass, and then dig it down again, and then put the good stuff that does not have the grass on a tarp or something like that. And you can see I have like the stuff with the grass over here, and then you can use this the stuff that has the grass on the top to fill in the hole, and then put the good topsoil on top of it that's weed free, and then on top of that put your compost, and then on top of that put your mulch, and then you can plant whatever you're going to plant in here. But this is where my watermelons are going to go, right here, and I'm going to be reusing this old shelving unit that I have. I had a bunch of them, so I'm going to use them for trellises. Like I said, I'm planting the baby sugar bush variety. Oh, it's starting to pour here again. I don't know if you all can see that, but the variety that I'm planting, I've planted them before in the past. It's pretty much the only thing that I've really ever had success with before growing. I tend to do really good with watermelons, and it's kind of funny because everyone's like, I can't plant watermelons, and I'm like, well, I can plant watermelons, and they're like, well, it must be the horse manure. I definitely think it's the horse manure. They're heavy feeders, and they really enjoy the horse manure. But I can get on the porch here because it's raining. Hi, buddy. How you doing? He's a buddy. Buddy, how you doing, buddy? But yeah, so they're a bush variety. They're only going to get to like maybe 12 pounds. And so I'm going to put them on the trellis. I've never done them on a trellis before. I've always done them like in a really big trench, like held up with the horse manure like all in the middle of the trench. So we'll see how they go this year. I'm kind of excited about this whole trellis thing. And yes, I'm super excited about getting the watermelons in because I love watermelons. My son loves watermelons. Who doesn't love watermelons? So I got my little helper here. We're going to get some compost for the watermelons. Toby! Toby! Yeah! You going to get compost? Haven't figured out how I'm gonna get the compost and him back. So I'm finally about to get these watermelons in the ground. It is almost 8 o'clock at night, and I'm about to lose the daylight. But what I'm about to do is completely and totally experimental. I have no idea if it's gonna work. I think it will, I don't know, but We'll see how it goes. So this is what I got going on here. Here's the shelving units. I decided that I'm gonna plant cantaloupe in here too. So, and I'm gonna only have 2 tires left. So I'm gonna use both of them for cantaloupes and watermelons. I'm gonna put the watermelons, let me show you guys. Here's my watermelons. It's 5 of them. Planting on each side and hopefully train them to go up this one. And then up the other 2, some cantaloupes, hopefully. We'll see how it goes. Oh my gosh, I got them all in, guys. It's way too dark for you guys to even see them. I don't even think these watermelons know how much they are loved right now. They're not even growing yet, and they're loved. Actually, apparently I can use my flash. So, see guys, I got them in. I got my little watermelons in. I put 3 on this side. I put the strongest on the outside for them to start vining up, and the smallest one in the middle. And then on the other side, I actually only had 2 watermelons. That's okay, I had a total of 5. So you can see I put the smaller one on the outside and the bigger one on this side, and it's almost already reaching. Oh, I'm so happy I got them in. I don't know if y'all can see, this is kind of, it's so dark. I'll have to video tomorrow. I am so in love with these sunflower solar lights right now. It doesn't even do it justice, this video right here, but it's so beautiful at night. So it's the morning and I got a lot of stuff done already. Actually, it's probably like 2 o'clock I lied. It's not the morning, but I've been out here pretty much since maybe 10:30. But finished the watermelons last night. Got my cucumbers and my beans mulched and got them tied up. Got my watermelons remulched because they need to be remulched. Got a tomato plant and some basil repotted for a neighbor and a good friend. And got other basil, my German chamomile, and rosemary repotted. So I feel like I got a lot done this morning. So here's my chamomile, my rosemary, and some of my basil. And you can see, look at the little flower. I've never had success with the chamomile before, so I'm super excited. Eventually this will all go out in the garden when I finally figure out where I want to put it, but this probably is going to go where my herbs are because it likes partial shade. And I think same with the rosemary, but the basil is definitely going to go out with the tomatoes. Sorry if I look crazy, guys. I've got a lot done, but the only thing I really have to get transplanted now absolutely is my garlic chives. I still have 5 beefsteak tomatoes that either have to go to friends, neighbors, or need to go in the ground or are probably gonna die. So I definitely have to figure something out with that because I would feel terrible if they all just died. But I got one planted for my friend, my neighbor, and some basil because basil and tomatoes go good, and the tomatoes will shade the basil out. And this is what my plan is in the garden as well with the basil. But I just used a bamboo stake and it's an old pot, mulched it, amended the soil, just used some of my topsoil, my compost, and some hay, and that should do it for her. And I'll just, you know, teach her how to care for it. And yeah, I think it'll be really good for her. Just show you my final thing with the watermelons. It's so nice out today. It's like 78 degrees and it's almost 2:30. So I'm really pleased with the weather today. It's not too hot for the plants. They're actually really loving this weather. I'm coming up. Actually, I lied. I also mulched my kale, which my kale is coming back. Yay! And so is my thyme over here. But these tomato plants down here, these ones that I have on this side, that are the bigger ones that I got in the end of May. I haven't decided if I'm gonna take these suckers down to one main stem. If y'all have any advice on that, I would love to hear it in the comments. They're not flowering yet. I do know they're not really mature yet. So I'm hoping that's what it is. I'm hoping that's the reason why they haven't started flowering yet. And I also cleaned up here a lot. This morning with my son Toby, he helped me water, but the potatoes are going to be ready to be harvested here probably by next week. But I tied up my cucumbers. They're looking really good, and mulched them. Mulched the bean. I've got another little baby bean coming up here. I'm probably gonna sow some more beans in succession. More cucumbers. Sunflowers are looking great. Actually have a fruit on the butternut squash. And here's the watermelons. Look at them. And there's a little baby watermelon. And I'm thinking, I don't know, I was gonna originally plant cantaloupes in here too, but I'm thinking I might find some more like personal size heirloom watermelon, or melons, not watermelons, just melons to put kind of in with the watermelons. If y'all have any favorites, let me know so I can try growing them. But yeah, the watermelons are gonna go up here, and then the personal melons or whatever I feel like planting in here. Right, here's the other two. Little watermelons. We've got some zinnias coming up. They're doing good. These are looking really great. They're starting to set fruit. Here's one little baby fruits, butternuts, and then there's one right there too. I'm super excited. And then on my other side of my trellis, look at this spaghetti squash. It's just going nuts. I don't know if I showed you this. I've got one good sized fruit on here already. I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna support these when they get really big so they don't fall completely off the vine. I do have one zinnia on this side. It's a lot more shaded. Bunch of weeds. Don't mind that, guys. But this is what's going on in the garden. So thank y'all for joining me in my garden and hanging out and talking about watermelons and just hanging out. But thanks for liking, subscribing, guys. Till next time, y'all. Bye.